Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapatākā Swami Namine Namacharya Padayani Tekripa Padayane Gorakata Damadaya Nagragramatayane. Hare Krishna, my name's Gaurāṅgī Gandharvikā Devi Dāsī, and I've been living in Mayapur since I was 7 years old. So many of my Krishna conscious childhood memories, I just remember Guru Maharaj always being there, and he's like the strongest pillar of inspiration throughout my life. So, I will always treasure all these memories with Guru Maharaj, and it's what keeps me going in my spiritual life. So I just wanted to share some childhood memories. Well, Guru Maharaj was the first person I remember seeing in Mayapur when I moved here. So I was 7 years old, and I remember my mother and brother were there, and we were in front of, Guru Maharaj was in front of Nrsingadev giving out the crown. So then, I remember us going there and saying Haribol to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj said, "Oh, you're here, you came to Mayapur." So I'm just saying, it was almost 20 years ago, but I still remember so clearly Guru Maharaj being such an important part of my life throughout, since I was a baby. And I remember how excited we were for Guru Maharaj's japa walks in Mayapur. And, I was kind of a shameless kid, so I would always go in the front, try to be there like Sita, my close friend, Nanda, Sita's brother, Chandra, my brother, and me would always try to be right at the front with Guru Maharaj chanting. And I remember he would go near the, around the Goshala and go past my house in Grihastha area. And then we'd always be like, "Okay, Guru Maharaj is coming. Do you hear the japa walks?" We're running out of our houses. And I just remember whenever sometimes Guru Maharaj would see me, and he would always be like, "Gaurāṅgī!" And then, and no matter what I was doing, eating burfi and sandesh in the Mahaprasad, and then be like, "Guru Maharaj, what is your favorite Maha?" I don't know, I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't shy to be around Guru Maharaj. And I remember also his Guru Pujas were so exciting when we would go to the big Sulabh kitchen. And one game that he would always play with the kids is that we would get his shoes, and that, we would try to put it, give him his shoes, and he would move his feet around, and we would have to try to put it on. So I remember that being the best. It was so exciting. And I remember making mess, these child, I was just making these cards for Guru Maharaj. He would always accept everything, would always accept it with so much love, "Wow, it's really nice, I really like it." And I remember my grandmother gave me some Lakshmi, and I was so small, and I gave it all to Guru Maharaj, and everybody was very encouraging. And also 15 or 18 years ago, Guru Maharaj would come to different houses in the Grihastha area. So I remember when he came to our house, and we got to wash his feet and feed the devotees some sweets. So that was so special. And I love my childhood in Mayapur. I feel so fortunate, and, because of Guru Maharaj's mercy, and, the reason why I want to be a devotee and I love, Krishna consciousness is because of Guru Maharaj. And I remember in the safaris, so we would go on safaris, and I remember Sita and me would go on the boat, we went to Rishikesh, and he was going rafting, and the whole safari was going rafting in Rishikesh. So I got to go in Guru Maharaj's boat, and I was just, so happy. And he would always encourage us to dance and do kirtan. So I remember once Guru Maharaj was rapping, I think on the on the stage, I think some pastime. I don't really remember so much, but I just remember that we had to, like the kids, Sita and me, we had to imitate and be like animals, like be an elephant or a cow, So, and like, yeah, like always, rushing and running to touch Guru Maharaj's feet. And, he was always so loving, like a father. And he never made us feel like, oh, we're disturbing him, like, go away, kids, you're just, like, I'm trying to give, like we're trying to give class and they're disturbed. Like he was always so encouraging and so loving and just always just so happy to see us. And I just remember those were like the best times of my life. And also like when Guru Maharaj got the stroke, so I was 11 years old in 2008. And then he came to Mayapur and he was staying downstairs in the conch building, like in that first floor because they couldn't like go up the stairs. So then I remember it was my school holidays. So Sita and I would spend every single day there, like with Guru Maharaj. And I mean, yeah, again, we were not shameless. We were not shy. So when Guru Maharaj was he would come to the Gada for like the swimming pool to do some exercises and like swimming. So because we were still small, so we would go inside and we were the only kids there and we would hold Guru Maharaj's pavitra and clicker and we just felt so like, special. And we would always chant like when Guru Maharaj had to swim, so we would try to encourage Guru Maharaj and we would call out like Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. So then Guru Maharaj would like try to swim faster whenever we would chant. And he would tell us like, can you count how many steps I'm doing? So, I would count the steps. And one time, Sita and I asked Guru Maharaj if we can go inside the pool. So, I mean, I don't know, like he's so merciful and patient that, anyways, the next day we were ready to go inside the pool with Guru Maharaj and we were going to like count the steps. So yeah, somehow we got in, like we were allowed to go inside the pool. And then Guru Maharaj like told us to count and we were cheering for him. And it was just like the best time ever. I remember it was, I think for Radhastami or Janmastami, we had to make like these lanterns all the community was making. So we like brought one for Guru Maharaj and we were helping him like stick the stone so that he could make a lantern. And I would go every day to sing like for his breakfast and lunch. Like while Guru Maharaj was eating, we would get to sing for him. And I remember being very nervous to sing in front of anyone. But when I was in front of Guru Maharaj, I didn't feel nervous. I was just like, we're just so happy to be there with him. And of course, he would always like thank us for singing for him and would be like so grateful. And I actually remember, one time I was waiting outside, like outside the room, I think for my father or something. And then I think Ekanath, who was a servant of Guru Maharaj, told me like, come inside, like Guru Maharaj is doing exercises. So then I went inside. And then I remember Ekanath was making Guru Maharaj was, doing different exercises, like moving his legs or his arms. And then Ekanath was trying to trick Guru Maharaj to make him do more exercises. So he'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, so that Guru Maharaj would do more. And then Guru Maharaj saw me and he's like, no, I want Gaurāṅgī to count because I trust Gaurāṅgī. So I was like counting. I felt so, excited that I got to count, Guru Maharaj's exercises. And then whenever somebody would knock on the door, like the servants would always send me, I'm the little kid. So they would send me like, can you open the door? So I'd go open the door, come back down, like do these things. And then one time when I was going to go open the door, Guru Maharaj thought that I was leaving. So he said, no, Gaurāṅgī, why are you leaving? Don't leave. He said, no, Guru Maharaj, I'm not leaving. I'm just opening the door. So I don't know. I feel so like grateful and loved that, Guru Maharaj noticed. He's very personal. He notices everything. And, he thought I was going to leave. And he told me, no, I want you to stay. So, with like these pure devotees, just a simple like smile or a wave across the temple room, it like fills your whole heart with so much happiness. So I mean, even now, like if Guru Maharaj just sees me and he like, says Hari Bol, like I just, oh my God, this is the best day like ever. And so that same day that I was counting the exercises, in the end I got to like massage Guru Maharaj's feet. And I remember, once Sita and I think we were all Guru Maharaj was going on parikram. So then Sita and me, again, not shy, we would sit right next to Guru Maharaj, like right there. And we were kids, so we would also like play games. And then Guru Maharaj would ask us, like, what are you doing? And we're like, we're playing games. And then we're like eating, I don't know, some snacks. And he's like, now what are you doing? We're like, we're just eating snacks. Like completely innocent, like not even, embarrassed at all. And then, but then he like allowed us to like massage his lotus feet. So there's still a video of that, which is like, I mean, I could see, like as little kids, we were not even massaging him. Like we were just like, he's so patient that he was letting us massage his feet, because we were probably just like, just like touching him very softly and not really making any difference. But, he was always so loving to me. And I just feel, so grateful for all those memories. And also Guru Maharaj is very, very patient, because again, once, I think he would tell us sometimes, like, can you change my clicker and put it back to 0? So then once, like, he told me, okay, Gaurāṅgī, can you put it to 0? So I put it to 0. And then he's like, so what was the number? Like, to know how many rounds he chanted. And I was like, I don't know, Guru Maharaj, I didn't see the number. And I'm like, I mean, just so patient with all these things. I mean, he didn't say anything, he didn't get me in trouble. So, I mean, I felt so bad and humiliated, embarrassed that I, didn't check the number. And also the most embarrassing story of my life was, okay, so when I was 14, I left school. And then I remember, I wasn't going to school, and this was before initiation, and I had like so many rounds to chant. So I was kind of a little bit avoiding Guru Maharaj. I mean, I would go and see him, but I would be in the back, so he wouldn't call me. So I remember I wanted to be homeschooled. I didn't want to go to any school. So my parents said, no, we can't homeschool. You have to go to a school. So I said, as a kid, I was like, I'm only going to go to school if Radha Madhava tells me or if Guru Maharaj tells me. So then, anyways, I felt kind of embarrassed that, in case Guru Maharaj asked me to go, like, where are you? Like, how's your school? And I wouldn't have anything to say. Anyways, so of course Guru Maharaj knows our heart. And after lunch, so he called me and I was like, oh my God, please ask me anything but school and my japa. And then of course, Guru Maharaj asked about these two things. So he's like, hi, Gaurāṅgī, how are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm okay, Guru Maharaj. Like, are you going to school? And I was like, no, Guru Maharaj, I left. I quit school. And he's like, but, you're a very intelligent girl. You're really young. It's, you should go to school. He's like, okay, so do you know, like on the map, do you know where India is? And I was like, yes. He's like, do you know where Argentina is? I'm like, yes. And he was like pointing at different countries. I was like, yeah. He's like, do you know where Mongolia is? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, so you should go to school. And I was like, okay, Guru Maharaj. And then I started crying. And then he asked me, so, and how is your japa? And I was like, I have a lot of rounds to make up. He's like, how many? I was like, a lot, Guru Maharaj. He's like, how many? And I was like, a lot. And then he asked me like again, he's like, how many rounds do you have? I was like 230 something. I don't know. I said this crazy number. And it's just so embarrassing. And anyways, Guru Maharaj again, he he didn't make me feel bad, or he didn't say anything. But anyways, then I decided, I have to, let me just start again, and then I can get initiated next year. So then I took my japa more seriously. So, and then the day after, Keshavi Mataji came up to me and she said, one of the servants told me that right before Guru Maharaj went to sleep that day, he said, Gaurāṅgī was crying. She looks so, like she was very disturbed. I need to help her. So it just shows this, I'm like this little insignificant disciple, this young girl. And, Guru Maharaj was thinking about me just because I was crying and I didn't want to go to school. And, right before going to sleep, he was like thinking about how he can help me and how he can help his disciples. So just Guru Maharaj is so personal. And yeah, I always feel so connected to Guru Maharaj, even though, there's he has so many disciples, and Guru Maharaj is always traveling, but these small memories just keep me going on for my whole life and always keep me inspired. And I remember I would write, I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj when I was really small, and it wasn't, I don't think it was very important. I think it was just Haribol Guru Maharaj, thank you for being inspiring to me. And he replied 2 days after. And I remember my father was like, what? I've been writing to Guru Maharaj about, the congregational ministry. And he still hasn't replied, but he's replying to you. So, Guru Maharaj always has the patience to answer all of my questions and, to write to me. And so I'm just so, honored and grateful to have Guru Maharaj's presence in my life. And as a young and then I did go to school after. I remember in the Smiths, in the Sri Mayapur International School, the girls, we did a Mridanga presentation, and I remember feeling a little bit embarrassed because the girls and the boys were doing the kind of the same Mridanga presentation, but the boys were doing a fancier one. So I was like, oh my God, this is kind of embarrassing. But then the next day, Guru Maharaj saw me. I think he was in the temple, and he said, Gaurāṅgī, I saw the Mridanga presentation. It was so nice. I really liked it. So then that just made me so happy. Many times it's happened that whenever I think of Guru Maharaj, it's just he really knows me. He really understands me, and then just something will happen, he knows, and he'll talk about it the next day. And just, that was super special. And he always had so much, he was so merciful and compassionate. Once for my birthday, I called, all the youth and we said, let's sing for Guru Maharaj. And so we sang for him at the, dinner time. And then, and then he gave me a garland. And Guru Maharaj is also very personal and caring to the youth and the kids. And everybody that I've spoken to of my friends, everybody feels very cared for by Guru Maharaj, which, sometimes, we can feel a little bit neglected. But Guru Maharaj made the time to come for our Mayapur Youth Sangha, and he spent, I think almost 2 hours with us. And, he, what else? Oh yeah, once before I went to Vrindavan, I was going for some retreat, so I wanted to see Guru Maharaj. So I went to the roof, and then I was allowed inside, and Guru Maharaj was eating lunch. So then I told Guru Maharaj, I'm going to Vrindavan and then he said, okay, Vrindavan is not like Mayapur Dham. He said, Vrindavan is whatever you do, you get 1,000 times the benefit, but also if you commit an offense, you'll get that much, 1,000 times the aparad. It's not like Mayapur, Mahaprabhu is so merciful. So he said, be very careful to not commit Vaishnava aparad. And so, I still really remember that instruction. Whenever I go to Vrindavan, I really try to, be more absorbed. And then also, I asked him, like, Guru Maharaj, I want to worship deities. I want to worship Gaur Nitai. So then he said, does your Gaur Nitai, do they like to swim or not? Because if they're wooden, then they like to swim. And he's like, oh no, I think I want to get brass deities so I can polish them. And then, I said, like, I want to ask you for permission. And he said, okay, first you have to write me a standard of worship. So it wasn't just like, yes, have deities. Like, he actually wanted to receive, how I'm going to care for them. So, anyways, years later, only 2 years ago, that's when I actually started worshiping my deities, because I felt like it's very serious for Guru Maharaj. And if I'm going to make a commitment, it's not only to my deities, but also to Guru Maharaj. So I wanted to make sure that I was ready. And he has such a good memory, because this was, I think I was like 17, and years later, like 4 or 5 years later, he's like, so I remember you wanted to worship Gaur Nitai deities, where's the standard? And I'm like, oh God, he remembers everything. And I remember when I got Brahmin I did the deity worship course in Mayapur Academy, and then I got the number 1, I got top marks. So then my mother told me, you should tell Guru Maharaj. I said, but that's it's not important, and why, I don't want to disturb Guru Maharaj. And then my mom said, you're not disturbing Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj always has to deal with so many, management problems and, different issues. And he's like, so it's nice. He likes to hear good news. So then I saw him, I think he was leaving. He was coming down from the Lotus building. And then I said, Guru Maharaj, I did the Mayapur Academy course and I got the first place. So he said, oh wow, congratulations, Gaurāṅgī. And he said, okay, so have you taken Brahman initiation yet? And I was like, no, I haven't taken initiation. He's like, okay, you should take Brahman initiation now, so you can, worship the deities and cook for them. So then that's when I was like, okay, now I have to, be more serious and take Brahman initiation. So I took, after a few years. And again, as I was saying, how personal Guru Maharaj is, in Malaysia, I think it was the temple opening of Penang, and the youth did these what is it called? This exhibition from these little dolls of Krishna's pastimes. And it was a whole crowd, and then Guru Maharaj called me and he said, Gaurāṅgī, how do you like it? And I was like, yes, it's amazing, Guru Maharaj. He said, yeah, it's so nice. So just these small little interactions, whenever he would see me. And one of my most treasured memories with Guru Maharaj is about the bhajan Nadia Godrume. So for Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja in 2019, Ananda Krishna Mataji organized the youth together, and she said we have to do something for Guru Maharaj. So then we sang on the day before, I think it was Adivas, we sang Yadi Prabhupada Hoito, and he was very happy. We also sang on the rooftop. And then on Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja day, we had a plan to sing Nadia Godrume. But actually, one other girl was supposed to sing, because I had been the one leading Yadi Prabhupada Hoito. But then, for some circumstances, she couldn't lead. So then, last minute, I had to figure it out, on the harmonium, and we had to sing Nadia Godrume, and we didn't really practice much. And then I remember Guru Maharaj was there, and we sang the bhajan. But then the really amazing thing is that so I went to America right after, and it was 2-3 months later, and then Guru Maharaj wrote me an email, and actually Mahavaraha Prabhu sent me a WhatsApp, and he said, Guru Maharaj wants to write to you, what is your email? So I sent it to him, and then I think Guru Maharaj also asked Aladini Mataji, what is Gaurāṅgī's email? I need to write to her. So then I remember I had sent an email previously, but it was some time back and many things had changed. So I wanted to update that email. So I wrote an email and I sent it to Guru Maharaj. And then Guru Maharaj wrote to me and he said, I was dreaming about you, and I really liked your bhajan, Nadia Godrume, that you sang for me. And that was like a few months back. And then he said, I couldn't find your email address. So I asked Aladini Manaji to ask your friends. And then, my secretaries told me that you had also sent an email at the same time. And he said, so this shows how we're connected heart to heart. He said, we were thinking of each other at the same time. And Guru Maharaj said, and Prabhupada said that when we think of Srila Prabhupada thinks of us. So then, that's just like, I don't know, no words can explain like the happiness I felt. Like Guru Maharaj's mercy just said, we're connected heart to heart. And I never had, I don't know why, I regret that I didn't ask him, like, what was that dream about? Anyway, so I don't know, but he wanted me to sing like this Nadia Godrume again and to record it. So I got the Krishna House devotees and we recorded the Nadia Godrume and I sent it to Guru Maharaj like within the week. And then I didn't get a response yet, but Guru Maharaj came to America a few months later. So then I went to visit him in Atlanta with my cousins, with Krishna Kishore and Radha Padmini. And then, I remember Guru Maharaj saw me. Like, I saw the picture and he was like, oh, he was so surprised that he saw me. He's like, oh, Gaurāṅgī, you're here. And then he saw me, he said, I saw the video you sent me of Nadia Godrume, but I like how you sang it more in Mayapur. And I have no idea why. And I just said, Guru Maharaj, this is because you were there, so that's why it was better. Said, yeah, I liked it more in Mayapur. So then, anyways, after, the day went on. And then also, my brother was serving Guru Maharaj. And then Guru Maharaj told him, you all sang this Nadia Godrume in Mayapur, but I saw the video, but I like the Mayapur rendition more. So he said it like a few times, and I was thinking like, okay, Guru Maharaj loves this bhajan because he keeps like talking about it, so I want to try to sing for him again. And then when Guru Maharaj came to Alachua, so that's where I was staying, then there was this program like with all the disciples, and Mahavaraha Prabhu was speaking, and then there was question and answer with Guru Maharaj. And then I raised my hand to ask a question. And then he's like, oh, so are you going to sing for me today? And I was like, okay, Guru Maharaj, I can sing if you want me to. I can, yes. And then, anyway, so then he answered other devotees' questions and he answered my question. And then in the end, when he wanted to like kind of finish the class, he ended off something about, Bhakti Vriksha Namahata, something like that. And he said, and now Gaurāṅgī is going to sing Nadia. And then he raised up his hand and he said, Nadia! Like he did like that. And then, so I just started like singing. And I was so nervous. I don't know. Musically, I messed up so much. Like the harmonium, I couldn't figure it out. But I started singing. And then Guru Maharaj told Kish, he's like, she's not looking at the songbook. Does she know it by heart? And Kish said, well, I guess we'll find out, Guru Maharaj. Anyway, so I sang the whole bhajan. And Guru Maharaj was like raising his hands and like, singing like Nadia. So after I like sang in Nadia Godrume in Alachua, that was like the best day of my life. That, Guru Maharaj asked me to sing for him. And actually, when we came back in 2020, in ILS, the ISKCON Leadership Sangha, Guru Maharaj was going to give his seminar about Bhakti Vinod Thakur and the Namahata, and I was running late. I was going to go to the class, but I wasn't there early. And then, Achintya Chaitanya Prabhu calls me, and he's like, Gaurāṅgī, Guru Maharaj is calling you. You need to sing Nadia Godrume before the seminar. So, went running, and I sang Nadia Godrume again. And then So for Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja in 2021, it was all online. And I thought, the youth, we should do an offering for Guru Maharaj. So then I said, okay, let's record, Nadia Godrume Bhajan, and we can do a music video, how Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda are dancing in the villages of Mayapur. So we recorded this and they shared it for Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja. But I didn't know if Guru Maharaj saw it or not. So then I think after a month, I wrote to one of the servants. I was like, can you please show this to Guru Maharaj? We put so much, love into this. And I really wanted Guru Maharaj to see it because he really likes this bhajan. So then the servant sent me a picture of Guru Maharaj watching the video. And then Guru Maharaj said, he was so grateful that the youth did this for him. And he said, okay, I want to write an email to them. So the servant told him, okay, Guru Maharaj will collect their emails and you can just send a mass mail. He said, no, I want to write to every youth personally. And so then I sent all the email addresses. And then Guru Maharaj sent a personal email to every single person. And everybody was just so grateful that Guru Maharaj is so busy. Everybody knows that he's doing so much. And we didn't expect this from him. We just wanted him to see it. And he took the time to send an email to every single person. And then, anyways, I replied immediately as soon as I got it. I think it was on Nrsimha Chaturdasi or the next day. And he said, I hope you all have a nice Nrsimha Chaturdasi. And thank you so much for the offering. It was so beautiful. So I just, quickly replied to Guru Maharaj saying, thank you for being our inspiration. We really hope you liked it. And it was just a very simple email. And then the next day, I received a response to that email. And I was just so happy because, Guru Maharaj didn't need to respond to that email. All I was saying was, thank you, Guru Maharaj, for watching it and for being an inspiration. And then he wrote back to me and he said, thank you for responding so quickly because I responded immediately. And he said, someone told me that you were the one that was organizing this, this bhajan. I look forward to hearing so much nectar. Thank you so much. So it just shows how personal and caring Guru Maharaj is. He's so busy. He doesn't need to, write to us, but he always does. And then I spoke to the other friends that got this email, and they were like, wow, I can't believe I got an email from, His Holiness Jayapatākā Swami. I'm going to cherish this memory forever. So I just wanted to share how much potency Guru Maharaj has in so many people's lives. So many of my friends may not be Guru Maharaj's disciple, but they love him so much. And, many people in Mayapur, almost everyone calls Guru Maharaj, because he's always very caring to everyone here, all the residents. And, one thing I wanted to, share is that once I was in the rooftop and Guru Maharaj was giving class, I think this was 2019, and I asked the question and I said, Guru Maharaj, when we don't know what is the right thing to do, and yes, we hear Guru Sadhu Shastra, but Shastra, I don't really understand. It's not saying so clearly what I should do. Or sadhus, everyone has a different opinion. And then Guru, I don't know, I don't want to, what did I say? I say, and I can't contact you. And he said, why can't you contact me? I said, because I just don't want to disturb you. Because I know that Guru Maharaj is very, I don't want to take up his time. He's so busy. And my father also would tell me this. He said, we write to Guru Maharaj, we share him, our preaching reports or when we really, really need to speak to him. Because, we shouldn't just disturb him for any insignificant thing. So that was kind of my mood. And I said, I don't want to disturb you. And he said, it's a greater disturbance if you do the wrong thing. He said, I've accepted you as my disciple. This is a sacrifice of love, and I want to help you, and I want you to go back to Godhead. So you can always write to me and ask me. So I just, that was like so powerful, because many times I think, I don't want to bother Guru Maharaj's schedule, but he wants to help devotees. He wants to speak to everyone. He loves seeing devotees, caring for them. He's always very, very personal. And I remember when I think I was like 19 or 20, and I started studying a bachelor's degree, and I didn't like it at all. So I just wrote to Guru Maharaj and I said, I really don't like studying. Something like this. And Guru Maharaj said, we don't necessarily study because we like to do it, but we should study if it's going to help us acquire knowledge to use in Krishna's service. So, I think that's a really useful instruction for all young people, that, when it gets really hard to study, to remember that. When we were small, I remember we would do different dances in the stage programs, and there was one funny move that we would do like this, Sita and me, and I remember Guru Maharaj in the audience, and he was going like this. He was also imitating us, so yeah, that was really funny. And when I was, I think 9 years old, my mother was arranging Srimad Bhagavatam class for kids in Srila Prabhupada's room. So then we had different Maharajas coming in, and Guru Maharaj came one time and he was speaking about Lord Nrsimhadev. And Guru Maharaj said, do you know what is Lord Nrsimhadev's favorite thing to eat? So Nanda, he screams out, this little boy, he's like, intestines! And Guru Maharaj was shocked, and he's like, no, Nrsimhadev's favorite thing to eat are mangoes. So and there's still a picture of Guru Maharaj giving all of us a class, and just so amazing. And also I wanted to share how Guru Maharaj is always very encouraging to me, to sing and to to do dramas. One time when I was 15, 16, we did a Nrsimhadev Vijaya drama. So Madhumai Radha, she organized it with many of the youth, and we came up with a whole production. And then we went to see Guru Maharaj, and we invited him personally to come to attend. And he came to see the drama. And in the end, he said, this drama was so nice. It was so much nectar. But I couldn't see at one point because my glasses were fogged up because I was crying so much. When we did the Nrsimhadev drama. And last year, Guru Maharaj was watching all the kirtans for the Kirtan Mela. And I remember I looked at the app and I could see that he was saying, oh, today I heard this devotee sing kirtan, today I heard that. And I sang that day, and I thought, and I looked at the app, but I was like, oh no, Guru Maharaj didn't see me singing. So, I felt a little bit sad. But then I looked at the app, and then I saw oh, no, Guru Maharaj did see it. And yeah, I remember I just was crying when I read the message. He's like, today I saw my dear spiritual daughter, Gaurāṅgī, singing in the Kirtan Mela. Then we were supposed to go to safari to Bangladesh 2 years ago, but because of COVID, we couldn't go. And I didn't know if I was going to go yes or no. I wasn't really sure. But then Marichi Prabhu called me and he said, you have to come on safari, because I spoke to Guru Maharaj and we were talking about what we will do on cultural programs. And Guru Maharaj said, Gaurāṅgī should come and she can sing Nadiya Godrume. So then I was like, okay, now I have to go to safari. Unfortunately, we couldn't go. And also right before Guru Maharaj left, 1 month ago, I was feeling kind of sad. I was having a hard day. So I was in front, listening to Guru Maharaj's class. And then one devotee asked online, Guru Maharaj, how do we inspire others to chant and dance? Something like that. And then Guru Maharaj saw me, and then he said, last year Gaurāṅgī and her group, they sent me this beautiful video, Nadiya Godrume. And he said they were chanting and dancing really nicely. So it was very nice. So that's how you can inspire others to chant and dance. And I just felt like, wow, Guru Maharaj really knows me. He really knows, because I was having a really bad day. And then like he said that, and I just felt so happy. I was like, like singing on my way home, and, just super like enthusiastic. I would like to speak about my like initiation process. So since I was very small, I was very like, okay, I'm going to chant 16 rounds now. And then, I wouldn't really chant. And that story, how I said I had like 200 rounds to chant. So anyways, I decided to like really be more serious when I was like 14. And at that time, I didn't take shelter yet. And Ekanath's like, okay, you're taking shelter now. So then we went into Guru Maharaj's room, and then, he picked a flower, and I was sitting in front of Guru Maharaj, and then Guru Maharaj was saying, Om, like for me to repeat. And then I was just looking at him. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to do anything. He was like, Om. And I was just standing, like sitting there, not saying anything. He's like, say Om. And I was like, oh, Om. And then finally, I said all the mantras. And, I offered flowers to his lotus feet. And then when I was 15, that's when I got my first initiation. It was on Gurpurnim Day 2012. I think it was March 8th. And I did the tests, and I remember I got initiated with Abai, like Krishna Kishore, Manju Lali, and myself. And it was like Gurpurnim Day, and they told us to come I think 10 a.m. So we were there at 10 a.m. I think Guru Maharaj came at 4. Anyways, so we were there, we were fasting, and then, I just felt so nervous, and I didn't know, if Guru Maharaj is going to change my name or not. And then I just heard somehow, Ekanath was saying, Guru Maharaj is late because he's choosing, your names, specifically, he's choosing the names. So then, I remember when it was my turn, Abai, Manju, Krishna Kishore, and myself, we went up there, and then Guru Maharaj, he actually got the mic, and he was talking about how, we were born into the Krishna consciousness movement, and I think he spoke a little bit about each of our services. So he spoke about how Abai is doing service in the Goshala, and how Manju and I are doing service in the Congregational Development Ministry. And then, he gave us, the beads, and and so then my initiated name was Gaurāṅgī Gandharvikā, devī dāsī. And I really resonate with this name because, he's always encouraging me to sing and dance and do drama. So Gandharvikā, that's the name of Srimati Radharani. And then, when a few years later, I got Brahmin initiation in 2019. Actually, I finished the Mayapur Academy course a few years before that, and Guru Maharaj told me to, I think you should take Brahmin initiation, but I didn't feel ready. So finally I did it in 2019, and that was a very powerful, a little bit scary, because the servants of Guru Maharaj we were in the room in the Sankirtan building, and then they were describing to us how important it is to chant the Gayatri mantra. They were saying, until you leave your body, you have to chant it 3 times a day. Doesn't matter what. It's not like japa. You can't make it up the next day. And they kept saying, are you serious? To all of us, are you serious in that you're taking this step? It's very, very, it's a very serious thing. And if you're not sure that you can do this, then you can, it's okay. You can leave and do it later. So it was kind of intimidating, and but I thought it was really nice because it really helped me understand how serious it is to take Brahmin initiation. And then Guru Maharaj came in, and he started saying the first mantra, but none of us know what the Gayatri mantra was yet. So he started saying the mantra, and then he said, no, that wasn't, that's not the Gayatri mantra. So he was kind of like joking. And then, finally he said the mantra. So that was my experience of getting initiated by Guru Maharaj. And, I wanted to speak about Guru Maharaj's ministry, which is the Congregational Development Ministry, and how much importance he puts into this. When I was really small and I wrote a letter to Guru Maharaj, I was still in school, and I remember him saying your parents are helping me with this Congregational Development Ministry, so I'm very grateful to them. So when I left school, I joined the CDM because my father's the general manager. And then, finding this service, really has connected me so much with Guru Maharaj. Because, this is Guru Maharaj's project. So, my father told me a few times, he said, if you really love someone, you have to do what they like to do. So if they love to cook, you go there and cook with them. You enter the kitchen and cook with them. He said, if we love Guru Maharaj, we have to preach. Because Guru Maharaj loves preaching. So then that's what got me to do the CDM. And then my dad said, and you'll see that Guru Maharaj will come and speak to you about the service. If you're doing something that because you're doing something that he loves so much. And I've really taken that instruction from my father until now, because it is true. So many times when Guru Maharaj sees me, he asks me about my service and what am I doing for children. So I'm taking care of the Bhakti kids, and Guru Maharaj is a powerhouse of ideas. Every time we have a CDM meeting, everyone wants to meet Guru Maharaj. We also, of course, love to meet Guru Maharaj, but also we're a little bit scared because Guru Maharaj has so many ideas and so many things that, so it kind of is a little bit stressful, but enthusing and very inspiring. But, Guru Maharaj has so many ideas and, we have to do it. So, so he's very personally invested in this service. And now that he knows that I'm doing these things for the Bhakti kids, he forwards me emails about what's happening in other parts of the world. And he says, you have, please reply to them, or CDM should also do things like this. And we had a personal meeting with Guru Maharaj, just the Bhakti kids team. So just a few of us from the CDM. And Guru Maharaj spent more than an hour with us about how he believes that it is devotional service for parents to care for their children, and children are not a disturbance. And he said it's very important to establish children programs everywhere. And in the email that he would send me, he told me now try to arrange different achievables for different temples and communities to do in the weekends or Sunday school. And I wrote this book for children, Becoming Your Devotee. And when Guru Maharaj was in Atlanta in 2019 and I saw him, I remember Guru Maharaj was chanting Gayatri, and I was praying, please bless this project that I'm doing, and I hope this book is successful to, inspire other children. And then right after that, when we were going on a japa walk, then Guru Maharaj called me and he said, Gaurāṅgī, so how is your book going? I said, well, hopefully Guru Maharaj will be, published by this Gaur Purnima in a few months. He said, okay, is it a book or a curriculum, a program? What is it? So I told him, it's a book, but we're going to try to encourage different temples to, use this book in their temples, their yatras. And I said, please, Guru Maharaj, bless this project, and please, shower your blessings and mercy that we can serve you and please you. So then he put his hands on my head, and then so he was very invested. Also, this time I saw Guru Maharaj a month ago. He's like, so Gaurāṅgī, are you writing another book? And I was like, okay, yes, Guru Maharaj, we're working on 2 more books for children. And I'm trying to think of other things for CDM. And yeah, Guru Maharaj always made the time to speak to the CDM team. And he's always very invested to speak to us and to find time for us. He would come to the Long Building to visit the office. And I remember one time we were supposed to meet Guru Maharaj, but he wasn't feeling well. And then he even sent, an apology saying I'm sorry, I'm not feeling so well. My voice is so weak. But, he's, just always taking time to give us for the CDM. So in this Bhakti Kids meeting with Guru Maharaj, he was very interested. It wasn't just he asked so many questions, and he's like, okay, what are you offering for the children? So we were saying, coloring pages, and we want to share crafts and recipes or different things. And he said, okay, now Janmashtami is coming up, Radhastami, so we have to think of what we can offer the children. And then he said, and then it's Purushottam month. So this was in 2020. He said, then it's Purushottam month, and then it's Damodar month. So, Guru Maharaj is we need to do things. And then, so I really feel that after this meeting with Guru Maharaj, that he really empowered us. Because we created so many festival kits for these things that Guru Maharaj was saying. And then for this Purushottam challenge, we created this Purushottam challenge, and we had more than 1,500 participants. And I really feel that this was Guru Maharaj's potency, because it was his idea, and he personally chose, the names for the certificates, and he really thought about it. He gave 2 different options. And then I remember I sent him an email, and I just shared with him I just shared one calendar. We had 3 different levels. I just sent one, and then he said, and what about the other ones? So he's really detailed and, very observant and analytical. So I was like, okay, so I sent him everything, because he doesn't just, just suggest any names. He really meditates on it. He really wanted to see everything nicely. And then all the children got certificates with his signature. And then Guru Maharaj actually gave the time. I said, Guru Maharaj, it'll be very inspiring for the children if you can, be there for the final Sangha with the kids. So we arranged a Zoom with more than 100 kids. And Guru Maharaj, made it for 15 minutes. He was encouraging the children. And it was so special. All these children, I remember, many of them told me, oh my God, my favorite part was, Jayapatākā Swami came and he spoke to us, and they got we got a certificate with his name. So, Guru Maharaj was really caring for all the young generation and all the children. And for my book, he, sometimes in classes, he mentions, oh, my disciple Gaurāṅgī wrote this children's book that you can get. And in the ILS, in the ISKCON Leadership Sangha, he also was promoting my book for the children. And he gave me some tips. So for the next book, I know, he's okay, the font size should be bigger. He's very, very detail oriented. And when my book was first printed, so that day I offered it to Radha-Madhava, Panchatattva, and Nrsingadev, and I wanted to offer it to Guru Maharaj, because that was a moment that I was dreaming about for 3 years while I was writing the book. I was I can't wait to finally, it's offering my heart to Guru Maharaj, my efforts. So the day that it was printed, we needed to show Guru Maharaj, because the next day was the ISKCON Leadership Sangha, and we wanted to sell it. So then I went to Guru Maharaj's rooftop after the class, in the class, and then Ekanath told me, come inside. And during the class, in the question time, you can, show Guru Maharaj, and then this will also be very good promotion. So my father was thinking this will be very good marketing and promotion, because, it's Guru Maharaj's class, many thousands of devotees will see it. But I wanted to offer it to Guru Maharaj in a more personal way, not so much for marketing. I just wanted it to show Guru Maharaj and to offer it to him, and, But then, anyways, Krishna's arrangement, that I got to read the dedication for Guru Maharaj, which I was so grateful that I could do that. And then Guru Maharaj took a picture holding the book with me. So I was very it was like a dream come true. But I felt a little bit dissatisfied because that wasn't exactly what I was, imagining or expecting in my mind. I wanted it to be more personal. So then, anyways, the next day at ISKCON Leadership Sangha, it was like as if Guru Maharaj had read my mind and heart, because I was sitting at the booth in the children's section, and then Guru Maharaj came, and then he asked me, he looked at my book, he gave different feedback, and he was actually looking at different pages, and he asked me questions about it, and then he made me introduce all the other books in the table. So I felt wow, Paramatma is my heart and Guru Maharaj's heart is very connected. He knew kind of what I really wanted and needed. So I know many times that really happens. For this year Kirtan Mela 2022, I was supposed to sing. I didn't really want to lead the kirtan because I was nervous, but then they put me at a 4 p.m. slot. I never get a 4 p.m. slot because usually the Madhujis get, during the lunchtime. So then, and Guru Maharaj was supposed to leave at 11 a.m. So I was outside, I was waiting for Guru Maharaj for hours, but then, I'm Guru Maharaj wasn't leaving yet. So then finally it was 3 p.m. and Guru Maharaj still hasn't left, but I needed to go for my kirtan slot. So I was really sad. I was I really want to see Guru Maharaj before he leaves. I've been waiting here for hours and now I have to sing. What if he leaves as soon as I start singing? Anyways, I had to leave because it was my slot. So then I was singing at 4 p.m. and right at 4:25, right before my slot was finishing, Guru Maharaj came in the temple and was taking darshan of the deities. And I remember singing, I was I want to sing Nadia Godrume that day. And I just felt wow, Krishna always arranges when you really want to, see your spiritual master or please him, Guru Maharaj really knows. And yeah, and then I mean, he was there a little bit for my kirtan, and then I got to see him when he left. So many times these things happen with Guru Maharaj. And also when I wanted to finally start worshipping my Gaur Nitai deities, I wrote a standard of worship and I sent it to Guru Maharaj, and I asked Guru Maharaj to please name my deities. So this was in October 2020. No, September, August 2020. And then it was Purushottam month, so I really wanted to start worshipping them on Radhastami Day for Guru Maharaj's 50th year sannyasa anniversary, but the deities weren't painted yet, they weren't ready, so it didn't happen. But then I was I really want to start worshipping them on Purushottam month. I'm still thinking about the kids challenge. And then Guru Maharaj, he didn't respond to my email yet, and Purushottam month was going to finish I think within the week. It was almost the end of the week. So anyways, I didn't want to start worshipping them until Guru Maharaj named them. So I was just waiting. And then Guru Maharaj finally he responded in my in email, and he was so sweet because he said, I'm replying to you the fastest I could. And, he doesn't have to say that. Of course, I know how he's so busy. But, I think he, felt a little bit bad. He's my servants told me that you want to start worshipping during Purushottam month. I'm sorry. I tried to reply as fast as I could. And then he gave me different options for the names. He didn't just say here. He gave me, different options, and then he said, and if you don't like it, then there's also this and that option that you can arrange. So then so finally then I arranged the program for my Gaur Nitai, and now they're called Nataraj Nitai Gaur. Guru Maharaj named them because he said, they're very nice dancing position. So I wanted to highlight how caring Guru Maharaj is with every single person. And he really cares for everyone, it doesn't matter what position you're in, how old or young you are. Like, Guru Maharaj will care for you if you're, a guru, if you're a pujari, if you're, a teacher, or even just like us, just like any children, any young person that is just offering any little service, he still has that same amount of care for everyone. And I mean, Guru Maharaj has always been my shelter for everything. Whenever I think of, any difficulties, I always just think of Guru Maharaj and I immediately get inspired. So like I was just facing like some difficulties with, a few friends, we were facing some difficulties, like some personal issues. And then Guru Maharaj found out about it, and he said to his servant, like, I want to speak to them. I want to speak to these girls and see how they're doing. So, Guru Maharaj personally invited us, and we spoke to Guru Maharaj about how we were feeling, and he was very caring and personal. And then in the end of the conversation, he said, "You're all very valuable. Like, you're not worthless, and you're all gems." So I just wanted to share how Guru Maharaj sees every single person in the movement as valuable gems for Srila Prabhupada. And, he's always very protective, and he's like all of our shelter. And, my biggest inspiration in my life. In our youth sangha, like once we invited Guru Maharaj to come, and Guru Maharaj was explaining to all of us, like all of the youth, that even though many of you may have been born into the Krishna consciousness movement, you still have to make that choice to join the movement. So that's actually, like really important for all of us to remember. And like anybody that's doing youth programs or children programs, is that we're trying to help like children and youth to make that choice, that active choice that I want to be a devotee of Krishna, and not just because I was born into it. So I just wanted to read something that Guru Maharaj was talking about the children. And this is when I asked him, like, what is your vision for the Bhakti kids? So like this is in the Congregational Development Ministry. So what is Guru Maharaj's vision? And he said, well, having different programs that the children will be interested in, that they'll be inspired. Prabhupada said that the children have been sent to devotee families are Vaikuntha kids. They are greatly blessed, and that is the highest birth that one can take, is to be born in a family of yogis or bhakti yogis. I tell the parents that children are not a distraction. That is part of the devotional service, to see that their children become devotees. So somehow to facilitate the children and the parents, teaching everyone how to inspire children in devotional activities. So my main inspiration for doing these children, programs for children in the ministry, and also for writing my book, is because I feel so grateful that I had such an amazing childhood in Krishna consciousness because of Guru Maharaj's presence. He gave me so many beautiful memories that thanks to Krishna's mercy, I'm not looking for it anywhere else. I just think this is the best life that Srila Prabhupada gave us. So this is what we also want to help children feel and young people feel in our ISKCON movement or outside as well, and reach out to them. And, Guru Maharaj has really created these strong impressions in my life that will keep me going on for years. And like the final thing that I wanted to express is how important it is to be connected to Guru Maharaj's mission, like in service and his instructions. Because, sometimes people tell me, like, your Guru Maharaj has so many disciples, and I say, I feel so connected to Guru Maharaj, and he's so personal, and I feel connected with him through my service in the Bhakti kids. And, and accepting his instructions and leading and using these instructions and service to, guide us throughout our life. And thank you to Guru Maharaj that because of him and his inspiration that I have found my purpose in the ISKCON movement. Because he gave me such a beautiful childhood, and now that he's engaging me with this Bhakti Kids initiative that now I found my purpose in serving Guru Maharaj and helping him serve Srila Prabhupada to expand Krishna consciousness. And, everything that we have done in the ministry is all because of Guru Maharaj. And anything that I've done in my life that has been any worth is only because of Guru Maharaj's blessings and mercy and empowerment. Because many things that I did, I really don't feel, I'm not a writer. I do not feel like I can write a book. But because of Guru Maharaj's inspiration, we were able to do it. So I just really believe that if you have faith in your spiritual master and you really seek for him as your shelter, then he will 100%, shower his blessings and mercy, and then anything is possible in Krishna consciousness. Anything, there's no limits to spreading Krishna consciousness if you have your Guru Maharaj's blessings and protection. Hare Krishna.